The crazy part about it is like most of the world is much more behind than the US. And then much of the US is very behind what's happening in like San Francisco. Our mission is to help merge the gap between technology and mankind's wisdom. Those that are actually using AI teams correctly, using autonomous agents to go take action, they're moving significantly faster.
Hello, everybody. I'm super excited to have you here today. I have an amazing guest that is a very special guest, and I'm very excited for talking with him today. He's an entrepreneur, he's a business owner, he is a 5 times exited founder, he is incredible speaker. He speaks at one of the biggest AI conferences in the world. He is leading one of the most impactful AI communities, and I'm super excited. His name is Jonathan Foltz. Hello, Jonathan. Thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited, And I love to be able to be on your podcast here because, we've been into the AI space and have known each other for pretty good amount of time, like at least a couple almost a couple of years now,
Yeah,
probably around there, if not more, right?
yeah,
But
probably yes.
yeah. So with all that, it's just how the AI space has moved has been very excited. So I'm excited just to talk about AI, right before I head to Dubai. So the timing couldn't have been more perfect.
That's absolutely true. So he came with a suitcase here and he's traveling the world, which is incredible. I met Jonathan and I joined the collective community and it was incredible experience. I attended events and it's incredible learning experience as well as incredible experience with amazing humans. It was just I went to Mexico with them and they created a magic for everybody. So super exciting that you're here in Miami and thank you for being here on the podcast. Tell us a little bit more about you and about what you're doing right now.
Yeah. I mean, so I'm just one of those crazy founders that loves to build. I've had, over 30 companies. Most of them have actually failed. I have been lucky enough to have some exits, including one to a public company. I just have really been obsessed with being able to build, right? Like, so ever since I was a little kid, like I was always trying to find a way to be able to like, first was like to make some money, do something cool, use the internet. Like I just love that. And I just got used to just building products or building something that no one else has done. And it was like a creative outlet for me. And then from there, it just blossomed into just more digital. I did a lot of e-commerce, I was doing technology, I liked education. And with that soon came, the push of AI. And at that point, I was part of a public company. I ended up exiting the public company, selling one of my other companies to go all in to help educate, learn as much as I can myself, lead a group of people, like create a hive mind, right? Because the hive mind, now we have a group of people that I could count on that can help me at any given time. So we did that, and that slowly has become more of an accelerator and launch pad. And not only do we have the education, the events, and memberships, but then we also have services, AI automations, ecosystems. Then we also, the third part is that we're launching our own apps, SaaSes, companies within that ecosystem. So now all three of these ecosystems, kind of like almost like a advanced version, not as big yet, but of Y Combinator mixed with like Palantir without the crazy government contracts, and the surveillance, but like service providing, and then launching these companies and helping them get to the next level. And, the bigger mission is just, more like to help raise consciousness and let's just say build the conscious leaders to produce revolutionary tech during this insane shift that's about to happen on the planet.
Yeah,
So we're preparing for it. And that's one of the reasons I'm going to Dubai right now.
it's amazing, truly inspirational. I heard you talking a lot about the term AI disparity and what does it mean for you at its core and what triggers you to give it this gap a name?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it actually happened like shortly right after ChatGPT came out. Like I realized, I was watching actually a video. This is how actually the term came up for me. I was watching a video of Sam Altman, and Sam Altman was talking to like some sheik, and the sheik was like, "What are you gonna do when the Indian company can catch up to you guys with, much less money?" And he looked at him dead in the eyes, and he was like, "They can't." He's like, "It won't happen." And I was like, how does he have so much conviction? And then I realized, like, after paying attention to exponentials, Ray Kurzweil was one of the individuals that highlighted how fast exponentials can massively go up on an exponential curve. And then it gets the escape velocity, they call it. And at that moment in time, I was like, wow, I'm like, this is basically what he's talking about. So I'm like, there'll be a disparity because of artificial intelligence with those that think they know what's going on. And at the time, those that aren't using AI, now it's more the people that think they're using it and those that are really using it. And the disparity will get bigger and bigger and the gap will widen. And that slowly but surely became very popular with a lot of people. And now it's become my keynote and a big important part of why we do a lot of what we do because of what's happening. And it's happening exactly like I predicted it. It's happening exactly the way I first started talking about it,
Mm.
what is it, almost 3 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You're keynoting globally. And what is the one thing that people are missing that have no clue that is happening on the back end of AI? How is it reshaping opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that I would say most people are living, the crazy part about it is like most of the world is much more behind than the US.
Mm.
And then much of the US is very behind what's happening in like San Francisco and these little small pockets. Okay. But what most people are truly missing is not just the speed of how it's coming and how fast it's coming, but they don't know how you have to put in ecosystems, right? It's not about using ChatGPT. It's not just using HeyGen and creating a digital avatar. It's creating an entire ecosystem that understands us, like the CEO, a company, yourself, understanding and automating so many things so that you are moving 10, 20, 50x faster. And people don't realize that there are people that are moving 50 times faster. And to them, it's almost unfathomable. So like that's one of the missing components that there's even me that is obsessed and I'm only around people that are obsessed with AI. I feel like I'm insanely behind. And then I come and I talk to an entrepreneur, business owner, like, oh yeah, I'm using the tools. And it's like the people that really are in it, they feel like they're way behind because there's too much
Mhm.
to be gained from this like technology now.
Yeah, absolutely. So despite all of that, you're putting the human as a in a central position, like you said, that we need to know ourselves and then build AI around it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you make a great point. So I tell this to a lot of people, entrepreneurs and even business owners. So as much as we can use AI, like we're still the operators. And think about this for a quick second. If the operator is not operating at a maximum capacity, like let's look at it from like the perspective of Ferrari. Like if I am not putting into this Ferrari, first of all, the best driver in the world, and I'm not putting in the best gasoline, no matter how good technologically that car is, he can still be beat by other people. So us as the operators have a crazy technological vehicle at our disposal, we still need to operate at the bare minimum, much more elite levels than we have in the past. So it takes a lot of like training of the mind, training of the nervous system, and really being aware of what's possible and having a higher purpose to where we're going. And if you put those things together combined with technology, people move significantly faster.
Do you think we are creating a new kind of a digital class system? And what happens to founders, creatives, or the small businesses that don't adapt that fast to what's happening?
100% a new digital class is being created. I mean, it's like a brand new way of business being done. So a lot of the founders of today, like they do grasp that AI is important. But the thing is they're not being put in the right rooms. They're learning antiquated models, which is like, hey, let's just learn this about business. Let's do this. They're not learning ecosystems.
Mhm.
And they're not learning to replicate themselves sufficiently enough with these automated systems. And then also accompanied by what I just said right now, which was, people knowing their purpose, knowing how to think exponentially. It's almost like a different way of thinking. So a different class is being put together. And a lot of that is in Dubai, which is one of the reasons I'm heading over there now, and San Francisco. So these small pockets of, individuals, companies, and startups that know how to move like this, they just will not have competition. So the class disparity is growing even bigger. And it's like almost like in the movies where you see these utopian societies and then the rest of the society, that's actually happening. So if people don't start to learn what's happening, the education comes into place, a lot of entrepreneurs, startup business owners, and even people in professional jobs are going to be in trouble. So someone has to come and educate, and that's what we've been trying to do.
That's amazing. So you are witnessing that entrepreneurs are operating with an outdated tools and they and systems in a world where we switch so much with technology. And what is the main mindset shift that they can do to reverse that or to start making changes in their business?
Yeah, I mean, I was just on a call right now, and I think it's very important if someone wants to keep up with what's happening or be relevant, they have to put a good amount of time into studying and being around people. So I tell a lot of people too, it's good to be at events, meet friends that are into this type of technology, automating things. Also, like being around technical people, right? Like, not everyone wants to be around technical people, but like if you're just around them, hanging out with them, asking them questions, you tend to learn a lot faster. So, like, I think that's like quite important for people to do. Like, find those people in your circles, spend time actually studying it. Most people, like, I meet a lot of business owners that they're like, I'll just get an AI expert. And I'm like, for me and for these other CEOs that I meet, like, if I can make my time much more effective, and let's say I can move 10 times faster, I really don't care so much about the people around me that can move 10 times faster. Like, I should be moving 10 times faster. And it doesn't take a lot of time and effort to do it. It's just you have to learn how it can be done. Then, if you are the operator, unless you just want to sit back and relax and go meditate and do some yoga or something like that, like, you want to be the person that can accomplish substantially more. Because if you're the visionary, you can do that. You don't want only other people. Yes, I want to empower everyone around me, but I should always empower myself first, because then I can do substantially more. I could teach people all the things that are necessary, but it starts with me. And that's what's important that a lot of people are missing right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. What is your mission in leading these conversations globally? And what kind of future you personally working on to create with the community and the other side of disparity?
Yeah, yeah. So the mission of the collective is very important because it's the reason that I left everything that I was doing. Like, I kind of almost in a way burnt down everything else that I was doing, burnt the ships to go towards the bigger mission, which is to help conscious leaders build the technology of the future. So with the way that things are going, we have very unconscious leaders on the planet, which could lead to something very drastic. You see what's happening in the world right
Mm.
now. Like, as we speak right now, we're on the verge of World War III. We have potential nuclear wars. They're racing towards artificial intelligence. They're taking over other countries,
Mhm.
fighting wars that are ridiculous. So, what does that come from? It's very unconscious leaders.
Mhm.
So, if we don't step up to help create better conscious leaders that can do better for the world, like, what exactly are we going for? So our mission is to help merge the gap between technology and mankind's wisdom. So how do we bring these things together and have proper leadership that can take us to a better place? And instead of having a utopian, or should I say a dystopian society, a dystopian view of the world, and, like, the Chinese communists taking over, or Trump taking over, or someone else that talk about it, regardless of who we believe is the leader of the world, whatever, we want to be able to have leaders that are going to empower people, and we'll have a renaissance, which is beautiful and beautifully created. And that's a world that I would rather see than see a world that goes into dystopia.
Yeah, that's amazing. Absolutely. So, how is the future looking like for Jonathan Foltz?
Yeah, I mean, well, we're right now about to scale up the collective because now has become more than just a community. Not only are we doing these services and everything, we're launching a bunch of our own products. Like, we're working on 6 different apps at the moment. We created one of our technologies called Vortex AI,
Mhm.
which was, we built it for ourselves, then kind of for the community. Then we realized businesses really needed it. So we're going to create a lot more of that. And for me, it's like, at the deeper level, like, I'm just becoming the best version of myself. And in that process of becoming the best version, most evolved version of myself, I do all these challenging endeavors that could be great for humanity and its future.
Mm.
And if I'm not positioning ourselves, our community, the people around me to help bring forth the better world, like, why am I doing the things that I did? If not, I'd be just another autonomous robot,
Yeah.
just walking around the world, just doing the same thing as everyone else. Like, I think that us becoming the best version of ourselves is the most important thing. And a lot of times that's done through the different endeavors. And at the moment, the endeavor that is very important is the collective and the ecosystem and all the technologies that we're creating.
Mhm. So you encourage the entrepreneurs to come together, learn together, grow together, and help each other in this challenging time or super fast future development. And that's why you're doing that through the community of the
Yeah.
collective.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I mean, so when I first knew that technology was about to change the world in ways we can't even fathom, I said, do I go create technology? Do I go create products? Do I go back into e-commerce and use AI? And it was like, no, let's start with the community, bring a hive mind of people together that can collaborate, support each other. So like by me creating the entire community, like I get a lot of people that help support me because I'm supporting them. But anyone in the community could do the same. You become a hive mind, and everyone that is gathering all this information everywhere, they come together, share with each other, and they're moving substantially faster. So it's like, why not have that type of community when humans no longer can even catch up to how fast the technology is moving?
Yeah, amazing. How do you personally use AI for doing all of these things? From content to amplify your thinking to building tools and systems and ecosystems?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, first and foremost, when we created our Vortex, like it was an interface to bring together all the LLMs and everything. So I like to look at everything in automation and ecosystems. So I slowly but surely have created a lot of AIs. First, I started by doing the GPTs. Now we're building them in our own system, Vortex AI, but like creating versions that can help me do things faster. Secondly, is using agent mode, from ChatGPT or using autonomous agents and automations, which there's many different platforms that do this, in order to have myself expanded. So like now it's just not me or me just telling to people in my team to do stuff, but now I can do substantially more because I have agents going out and taking action. So like setting up an ecosystem that knows me very well. I have assistants, I have strategists, I have people that do content, AIs that do not people, AIs, and then my team obviously is empowered. And then simultaneously having agents go out and do the work for me. Like now I do move at 20, 30, sometimes 50x the speed than I was just 2 years ago. So that's why I can't see why business owners aren't taking advantage of this because like the amount of things that we can do now with our team is substantially smaller than it used to be. Like, how would a separate team competitor, someone that is in a similar space and different spaces, how would they be able to compete with someone like that? They can't.
Mhm.
And this is only going to get bigger. So it's like the longer that people take to get into the technology and start learning rapidly, not just using ChatGPT or Google or whatever, like they're going to see significant results very
Mhm.
quickly and it'll compound in time.
Amazing. So for those people that are in industries where they don't use AI or they don't know any tools or anything about it, and they are a little bit afraid to implement something that is so different than the way they're doing things right now, what would you recommend them
I mean,
to?
well, so first and foremost, like find people online that you can follow that you trust. Obviously, people can follow me. I love that in the collective, right? So that's a great way. I'm sure people are following Get Supercharged.
Yeah.
So you have to find people you trust. Like we do have like a school channel. Like what is it? School.com/collective. Like that's a great place to just get information. We do a 7-day free trial just because we want people to be able to learn through the 7-day mastery challenge. That's a great way to just learn some of the basics. But like you have to find someone you like and trust. And one of the things that I see people do, and this is the people I see this happen all the time, they literally follow 20 different people. They're not implementing anything. So it's like you have to follow someone that you trust, that you like, and then actually go and implement what they're doing. See, have they had success in the past? Are they getting a success now? Do they use these tools themselves? Are they teaching how to use it and then follow? And it doesn't have to be one person. I personally follow a few different people. But when I find someone I really like, I go and I absorb everything
Mhm.
that they do to the highest degree possible
Mhm.
so that I can now have that in my tool belt. So it's like find that person, find that mentor that can help, give you all the tools and dive as deep as possible. So you're almost embodying everything that they do.
Mhm.
Stop jumping around to 100 different people and the next influencer that probably never had success and he just started learning how to do something.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
important.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
What is the most obvious trend that you see in technology and AI that you think is coming fast, but nobody's talking about it or nobody else is seeing it right now?
I mean, it sounds obvious, but one of the trends that most entrepreneurs are missing big time, even the ones that think that they have it, is utilizing agents that go and take action and creating AI teams. So those that are actually using AI teams correctly and using autonomous agents to go take action, they're moving significantly faster. And the thing is, even those that say they're using it, I've seen it, they're not really using them to the degree that they can. So that's a huge one. And then secondly is like learning how to jump in and out of the different type of technologies quickly and not being stuck on just one model. Like we're seeing it right now with OpenAI. Like OpenAI was the top dog. Now
Yeah.
Google is coming in and completely taking them out of the map. But I don't want to just use Google or OpenAI. I want to be able to use a variety of them. So I call it a jumper. So like a jumper in this context is someone that could come in, jump in and out of these different ecosystems, and hence, why people are using interfaces that are interfacing with many different AI so they can use the best ones to their capability for video, for text, for image generation, for research. I don't want to just use one model. You're using the best, and then those people are the ones that will move significantly faster.
Yeah, amazing. So you're talking a lot about personal growth and becoming a better leader and a better version of yourself. What is the one something or one thing that completely changed how you think? A book, a mentor, or
Yeah, I mean, in the context, so one thing that changed my perspective on everything, like I guess I have different mentors that have helped. Like in the AI space, it was the early versions of Ray Kurzweil, the futurist, and then him talking about the singularity, exponential thinking. Actually, he did exponential businesses and endeavors, and I kind of came up with the exponential thinking mentality. And then it was Dr. DeMartini with his values determination. Like those are two great teachers that taught me some of that. And then there's another one, Rob James from Self Discovery Life Mastery, that he taught me the audaciousness. And one of the reasons I even wear this right here, it's like tiger eye, and it's like it's aggression, protection, but aggression. And I believe that it's not just aggression, but it's like rapid execution. And one of my keyword phrases, I always every year I either have a word or a phrase to take me into the year, and this year it's aggressive execution.
Mhm.
So right now, it's if you're totally clear with exactly where it is you're going, okay, and then the technology, you will move 10, 20, 50 times faster than other people. And I'm seeing it in real time now. I've never in my life have I seen this happen before. This is the only time, and this has only really started to happen in the last year or two. So like those people that are extremely clear where they're going, know the technologies, like they just act almost superhuman. And for me, that's quite exciting because I've always wanted to be able to do a lot more with a lot less time, and it's happening.
That's amazing. That's the greatest tip we got. Do you think everybody can implement that and be good at working with AI?
I mean, I think it's pretty simple. Some people don't think that they can use AI. The only reason they don't think they can, or like they're too old for it, or they're way behind, is because it doesn't align with what they're here to do or what they truly value. So every person I believe can be good at AI if they were to figure out how AI can help them in the things they love most. So it's either their purpose, their values, or what they love most. You can, if you align sufficient amount of reasons why, that's called linking and stacking. If you align enough reasons, you will become obsessed with AI. Like I could get any person if I were to sit down with someone and then go through what they really love, what they value, what their purpose is, the reason they're here, and then I align all the reasons doing AI to those things, I could get them to become obsessed with it. Just like that. So anyone can actually do that. It's just most people are looking at all the reasons they shouldn't have AI. The reasons AI is so bad, it's taking people's jobs. It's too complicated. It's too technical.
Okay.
Like if you can align those things together with it, 100% every single person could be really good at AI. And it's getting even more simple because you can just talk to it and ask it to do things that you need or advice, and it helps you. It's getting significantly smarter.
Yeah, that's very good. What is the weirdest thing that you're using AI for?
Like the weirdest. All right, let me see. Let me see. I mean, I wouldn't say it's weird, but like I have an AI that I created that's based on it's like the Oracle. It's like basically I call it an Oracle. So I've created an Oracle that does numerology, astrology, gematria, and has some of the greatest concepts. And then I guess theoretically for some people it could be weird. For me, it's not. But I ask it about significant dates and things that are happening, and it really is good at giving like in a very obscure way of looking at the world and give me advice on timelines, dates to launch things, and everything like that. That's probably maybe the weirdest thing that I built myself.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing all of that with the community of the Supercharged. How can people find you? How that people can find more about the collective community and how we can learn more about connect with you?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
can people connect
I
with
mean,
you?
one thing is like our my own Instagram is rain in the making with periods in between. So rain dot period dot in, so rain in the making with periods in between, and then the collective with periods in between on Instagram. Check out the link, and every single person should join the school community because we've packed so much value, and this year we're about to 10x the value. Like we're gonna have more value. Like our goal is to have more value than anyone at the price range, which is super cheap to get people in. And we're doing a 7-day free trial.
Mm.
So every person should go there, which is, it'll be in the link, but it's basically school.com with collective in it. The link will be below. Join that one because it's 7 days for free and take the 7-day master challenge.
Mhm.
Anyone that's not doing that is not getting caught up. Whether you're advanced or you're not, like that's a great way to do it. And then our website's thecollective.xyz just for more information. And it was great being here and, seeing how far you're taking get supercharged too from the very beginning.
Absolutely. It's been a journey.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here and sharing with us. And I'm going to include all of the links below the video, and you're going to be able to connect with Jonathan and learn more about what he's doing. And I hope that was helpful. Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you, Jonathan.
And thank you. And good luck, everyone. Make sure you guys pay close attention to what's happening.